tranquility, things we all desire. But that's not why you're here. So, shall we begin?
India, India, ain't no country windier. Dating is much riskier when playing Tinder in India. India, India, our journey wasn't so linear. We drove past dead cows and pooping people. We nearly met the Grim Reaper.
Rickshaw Run Pirates Edition!
Welcome back to another segment of the Rickshaw Run Pirates Edition. Our mission: travel across India in a three-wheeled, power-hungry lawnmower in the name of adventure and glory, but also to raise money for the charity Cool Earth. This is our story. We last left our adventurers in the town of Thrissur. They set off at 5 a.m. the next day, looking for wonders and treasures in the land of India.
So with day 2 here, we're on our way to somewhere a bit north.
That temple, look at that.
That's it, look at that temple just there. Solid. We've got John driving here. The Nan is back there. So yeah, we're going to make our way. We've already had a breakdown today, but it just ran out of petrol really. So not really a breakdown. And yeah, it's going pretty well. John's already threaded the needle, as they say. We'll explain that later on. Good jucking out, Alex. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah! Back about, what time is it? It's 10:16 on the Tuesday, and we have just had breakfast after 3.5 hours of driving. We just got swarmed by a group of kids who all wanted selfies and stuff. So that was really cool. Right now we are on our way to a waypoint, a viewpoint actually, and we've dropped a waypoint. And yeah, John's driving again. And then after about 2 hours, I'm going to take over, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Yeah, we just went past the Independence Day parade with all the little kids and the drummers. It's pretty cool.
That was fun. They were drumming away their souls to the beat of the night.
It's a wild John.
We're now going up to the Yayela waypoint, or viewpoint, and we're going up a hill for about a good hour. John is in first, and look how we're struggling.
Crazy.
It's so...
I can't handle it.
Come on, John. Believe.
After several hours of driving and a difficult climb uphill, we finally arrived at the Violeta viewpoint. We took it in turns to get to the viewpoint. John and I decided to go first, and we got to see this fabulous view of nothingness. James, Joe and Alex experienced some celebrity treatment as they were asked for several selfies. They accidentally took a detour, but they did make it in the end. They unfortunately experienced the same view that John and I saw. While this was all happening, back at the rickshaws, John and I decided to throw on a little bit of a show for ourselves.
Yambamba way. A wimbo, 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 a wimbo.
When the guys returned, we headed back down the mountain towards Mahe. This took us a few hours to reach, and there was a bit of darkness, so we had to deal with a bit of night driving, which is quite terrifying. But we finally reached Mahe at around 8 PM at night, and this is where we decided to dock our ships for the evening.
Right, it's day 3. We started in Mahe at 5 AM. Right now we're in like Izo Hall or something like that. E-High? EZ? I don't know. Anyway, James is driving. Alright. He's doing a really good job.
What's up, guys? I'm doing a great job.
Look at him, he's like a surgeon, but with cars. So we're trying to race Kura today, which is about 500 kilometers, which is pretty insane, and probably unlikely we're going to make it, but if we do, it's sick. We have just come off after the mechanics to get our gear shift fixed, and it seems to be fixed. What do you think, James?
It feels the same as before.
It's maybe fixed, maybe not. We're still going. It is 10 past 10 in the morning. We've been driving solidly for about 3 hours, 4 hours? No, 4 hours. 4 hours. We just met some other Rickshaw runners, so that was cool. And then we all seem to be heading in the same direction, so yeah. Let's see how this thing plays out.
Hey, guys.
Me! Mark, how do you feel? Why is that? Because we're going to win further day today. Are you sure? 30% sure. What happens if we don't win it? Then we'll try again tomorrow. And what do you get if you win photo of the day? One man. A beer? Who wins that beer? Is it just you, or does everyone get
Share it between everyone.
But what if everyone has like a disease, which means they can't share stuff like food and drinks? I have a disease known as cell division.
What does that mean?
Cell division.
Yes. It means,
Mitosis.
oh shit. But we've just literally gone from summer to monsoon season.
I love it! This is what we wanted.
Oh, the freezing rains.
Oh yeah, baby.
I said, whoa, shit!
After surviving the monsoon, we stopped off at a petrol station, and Alex wanted to update our followers with the accident Yannick had.
Took a
But the bit that I'm really interested in is following our departure from the top of the mountain. John, can you give us a first-hand account of what happened?
As a first-hand eyewitness,
Yeah.
we were driving down a steep section of mountain. Yeah, Yannick driving back to the Curry Beat.
How wide was the road?
Slightly less than two cars in the car I took.
Nice.
So our car is left on the side, handbrake on, and we are to go round them, and we get 95%, and we go.
That last 5%, I think they moved.
Yeah, and there was a shift in the matrix, and therefore we took part of their bodywork off.
So
we bent it.
Your initial thoughts on the matter, directly after before you spoke to Ian. What did you think?
Yeah. What went through your mind?
In about that pitch.
And Joe, can you finish the episode with one sentence of wisdom? You could say that really funny thing you said earlier.
Oh man, that thing was so funny. I don't know if I should even say it in the video.
Oh, Jake, you didn't actually say anything.
We drove on for a couple of hours and arrived at Kunda. We had managed to drive a staggering 261 kilometers in that day, which was phenomenal. Arriving at the hotel, we discovered some fellow rickshaw runners were staying there as well. Thus, we decided to have a big night of Mario Karting in the underground car park and a ludicrous game of Ring of Fire, where things got very out of hand. We left Kunda at 7 AM the next day, feeling really sorry for ourselves for the night before. But before I can continue with any more of the story, here's a little comedic piece by the great Joseph O'Donnell.
That was me making that noise.
Haha! Hilarious as always, Joe. Never lose that comedic flame that you keep inside yourself. But yes, back to the adventure. We headed off, and by 11 AM we had done 150 kilometers, which was insane. We were looking really good to heading towards Goa. How's it going? We've stopped off for petrol. We started off the 4th day right now, so we left Kunda at like 5, 8. No, we left. We woke up at 5. We actually left at 7 because the Nine was having a bit of issues leaving. We're a bit slow leaving. We're doing really good time at the moment. Just fueling up, as you can see. This is how we fuel from one big tank to another big tank. These two are running really well. James, how are you feeling? How are you really feeling though, inside your soul?
Like a bandit.
Like a bandit. So this is the procedure that we do. We mix it with oil. So for every litre of petrol we put about 40 millilitres of oil.
It's great.
Is that correct,
5 litre
John?
container,
That's right.
10 litre container, and we want to measure out
Look how good.
7 litres.
And it smells lovely.
Oil.
Because you're welcome.
But yeah, we're going to keep going. We're trying to hit Goa. We're about 200 kilometers away.
Let's give a little update here. We are on day 4. We are on our way to Goa. Joe is trying to see how fast it can reverse. He's not so confident with the controls maybe, which is fair enough because it's tricky. We're just stopping off for fuel right now. These babies, they run about 85 kilometers on 5 litres of fuel with 200 millilitres of oil in it. So we have to stop once every 3 hours or so to let them cool off. Yep.
At one moment, James decided to try and leave us for another crew, but as you'll see, he was turned down.
Hi boys. How we doing? Yeah, me too.
Sad little James Sad little James, sad little James. Doing so well on time, we decided to stop off at a wildlife sanctuary to see some animals.
This is the map of the Kotia Wildlife Sanctuary. They say there are tigers here. Many have entered, but few have left to tell the tale. We're on the lookout for wildlife and we've just done the silent attack. Things are looking good, boys and girls. Now where are those monkeys?
We are here in the wildlife sanctuary that I don't know what it's called. I'm fine. And we're looking for deer or something. Ooh. Drive more carefully, John.
And here we have found the most majestic of beasts. 3 other people.
Silent killer.
The silent stalker is upon us. Here's a rickshaw
Put it in second.
with no noise.
After driving for what felt like another hour, we had to go and quickly run to this viewpoint, which was about 2 miles inwards into the jungle, and we couldn't take our rickshaws. So we were taking a risk, so we started running as fast as we could.
Move slowly. There's a bear behind you. We'll Photoshop it in later. Oh no! The bear! It's coming! No! Oh! Even the cameraman has to run! This is Yannick Mermit, James McCormick, and Alex Hark running wild without Bear Grylls. Never climb the ladder of doom!
After the wildlife sanctuary, we gunned it for Goa. With only 3 hours of daylight left, we made it. Just. And we managed to party with the rest of the rickshaw runners. And what a night it was. We set off the next day, a lot later than normal, roughly around 3 PM, but we had good reason. James and Alex took our rickshaws to go get mechanicked, and Joe unfortunately had the case of the deli belly. So myself and John had to take care of him, and James and Alex taking care of our rickshaws. Pretty sweet. We then set up at 3 PM, heading off to Amboli. Magnificent views, beautiful waterfalls, and a winding road. This short driving day turned out to be a special day. We stopped off in Amboli for the night. Our dreams were filled with the sounds of the rickshaws and the views of the open road. To be